my Dishu? So today I want to talk about Amazon strike, and if you haven't seen this before, click this little annotation and check out my video about will Netflix dominate the industry. I think this video is gonna make it outdated, but yeah, it's pretty much gonna make this outdated. But Amazon getting into this ball game really changes everything. So in the description, it's a link to the article. I know there are other YouTubers who like to read the article to you when you can just read it yourself, or you're on the go and you rather just watch somebody do it. But I decided I don't really want to do that. I want to actually provide you guys with some information. So I decided I didn't want to make this scripted video, but I got some notes to show you for you guys. So Amazon decides, we want to get into the anime streaming business. So what does this actually mean? So what you first got to understand is that Amazon is worth $250 billion. That's an insane amount of money. And then you look at Netflix is $1.26 billion. Now these go up and down. These are the numbers from 2015 to like 2016. And then you also got Hulu. Now the thing about Hulu is it's not really your typical kind of company. It's owned by a bunch of other corporations, kind of like Uber. So let's see who owns Hulu. You got Time Warner, Disney, 21st Century Fox, and Comcast, which owns NBC Universal, but they're owned by Comcast. And these are the net worths of these companies. Time Warner is $23.84 billion. Disney's $179.5 billion. Fox $17.22 billion. And this is just 21st Century Fox. This is not the entire global empire of Rupert Madoff. That's the guy that owns Fox. Then Comcast is $45.2 billion, but the NBC Universal is $600 million in debt, whatever. So the thing is, Amazon not Amazon, but Crunchyroll and Funimation had to do their alliance. You're looking at companies that are worth millions versus companies that are billionaires. So what does this mean? First of all, foremost, there's going to be bidding wars over series. So the best option you can do is just to subscribe to everything. If you have series that are going to go all over the place. Now that might seem like a lot, but unless you're in some parts of the US and you've had cable television is like $100, and you have a whole bunch of channels, but a whole bunch of crap that you did not want to watch. And if you want to watch anime, it's going to be cheaper this way, and probably it's going to be commercial. Chances are it's going to be commercial free, unless some of them decide to let you have stuff for free. Now, seeing as how American companies do things differently, one of the biggest changes is Japanese companies are going to have to adjust on how they do business. This whole licensing to different regions like this, eventually that's going to stop. So it's not like you get an Ocean dub, then you get a North American dub, a German dub, all at different times. Companies like Netflix are going to be like, okay, we want an original, we want to license this series as an anime, but we want to release it on our website for all of viewers to see it around at the same time. And they'll have the money to do that. No, for all of those who are Crunchyroll, Funimation fans, okay, that's fine. I really think the Funimation, they have something in their back pocket. They might have the connections, but at the end of the day, one thing that matters is that green. It's that cash. That right there will speak louder words, especially when your friends need money, or some of these smaller studios are going to go under, and then Netflix or Amazon decides, you know what, I'm really tired of dealing with these Japanese companies. I'm just going to buy you outright. So if you're a company and you're, let's say, $2 million in debt to the bank, and Amazon comes around and tells the bank, I'll pay off their debt, but I basically want to buy this company from you. The bank's going to be like, okay, it doesn't matter what the Japanese say at that point. If you're in debt to a bank and someone else comes to buy your company, it's game over, because technically you don't own your company. The bank does, and the bank wants. They want their green. They want that moolah. So basically, for all these companies, Amazon, Netflix, Disney, Time Warner, I'm already going to invest in these companies. So in a way, I'm supporting the industry by supporting these companies. I'm a kind of own a part of the anime anyway. So for some of you who know about the stock market and you want to do it, go ahead and do it. For those who don't, start doing your research. I'm not going to teach you how to do that. That's not what this video is about. Another thing we have to consider is what's going to happen to piracy, because a lot of Japanese companies have struggled for at least a decade now to end it. Now, due to pirates being all over different parts of the world and Japanese companies being very limited in their money, all that's going to change. Because think about it, Amazon, $250 billion. They have the money and the influence to go after you wherever you are, unless you know, like somewhere crazy like North Korea. But let's be honest, they don't have the internet there. But so unless you're in North Korea, they're gonna come after you with lawyers and they're going to sue you. So everybody who likes to go to these sites, oh, I still have this site, enjoy your site now, because eventually that's going to end. And from somebody, as an artist, I'm happy to see that end, because I want artists to be able to make a living doing their craft. And that's the only way the manga and anime industry are going to survive. Now, I will give it to pirates. If it wasn't for pirates, manga and anime would not have spread as far as it has. Because, honestly, a lot of Japanese companies, they're inward focusing. They only want to focus on Japanese companies. On Japanese audience. This is why Shonen Jump only focuses on 12-year-old Japanese boys. And eventually, what's going to happen? Eventually, because Japan has a publisher, your publisher is going to shrink. So that's going to shrink. Your money's going to shrink, and then you got Netflix sitting over here, Amazon sitting over here, spending billions of dollars, billions now, trying to take you down. And you don't have the money to keep doing that, and you don't have the fan base to keep doing that, because you decide you're just going to focus on this small piece of the pie that's slowly getting smaller. But that's me putting things at the worst possible scenario. Another thing I think we will see is a fight on original series. And what I mean original is like Netflix. Let's be honest, Netflix is its own network now. They're making their own shows. They're going to make their own anime at some point in time. That is either going to be done by an American studio or by a Japanese studio. It's going to look really good. Then you got Disney on a Hulu. Let's be honest, Disney, when it comes to the quality of a show, I'm not talking about the storyline or what it looks like. I'm talking about the full animation, the technical aspects. Disney set the standard. So if Disney decides we're going to start making our own anime style creations, companies like Toei, they're not going to stand a chance doing crap like they did with Dragon Ball Super. You're not going to be able to churn out all this mediocre work and keep going, because as a person who has to work hard for his money and spend it, I'm going to sit and think, okay, well, I like both these shows. For argument's sake, let's say Disney wants to remake Dragon Ball Z and Toei wants to remake One Piece. This is just an argument, so some of y'all getting ready to get in the comments, shut up. If the Dragon Ball Z looks way better than the One Piece one, and I'm sitting thinking, okay, well, this One Piece, man, it looks horrible halfway through, I'm not going to keep buying from your product. I'm going to keep buying the product that looks better and that runs better, that's more appealing to my eye, especially if I like them the same. So that's another thing that's going to change. I expect animators to get paid better due to that these companies can pay them. So if Amazon decides, you know what, we want to start our own anime studio, we're tired of dealing with Japanese companies, they set up shop in Japan, and they're paying decent wages, or not even a decent wage. So let's just say they decide to say, okay, instead of you having only $1,000, I mean, not even $1,000, because animators don't make a lot. Instead of you having only $250 at the end of the month, we're gonna pay you equivalent to the $2,000 a month. So basically, you might get like minimum wage or whatever that they decide to. I'm just making up these numbers for the argument's sake. that's really gonna hurt the companies that are already in business. So pretty much, the companies aren't loyal to their employees, so the employees are loyal to their purses. So there's gonna be a war over anime. So us as consumers, we are going to benefit from this at the end of the day. We're gonna get better series. Hopefully, we're probably gonna get more series. It's gonna depend on how much we have to pay. Now, Amazon, they really got to work on strike a little bit more, but they're newcomers. They're gonna be learning, like as everybody else is. But I wonder what Crunchyroll and Funimation has up their sleeve, because if they're gonna strike and win this work, they have to hit first. If they do not hit first, and this goes into the long game, and this turns into a marathon, I do not really see them succeeding in this for the sole fact that Amazon, Disney, Time Warner, all them, these are cutthroat businesses. They when they come into your market, they're coming in for the kill, and that's just the facts of life. So in the comment section below, let me know what you think about this. I personally think that maybe one of these companies might end up just buying out Crunchyroll or Funimation and just, saying, okay, here's my money. Do what you do best, Funimation. Right now you're the so-called quote unquote leader brand name wise. We want you to help bring in more money. I mean, if that happens, I mean that might be good for Funimation. Will it happen? Maybe. I really doubt that they're gonna really sell a company, but anything can happen. So in the comment section, let me know what do you think about this. I got a bunch of links for you guys. Some of them to articles from 2016. Maybe there might be one from 2015. But until then, have a great day.